Hello, this is Karen Johnson, and we're here with Impact, the government show. Unfortunately, Nick Barber, your usual host, is not with us today. We hope he'll be back soon. And I have the pleasure of interviewing today Leesa Parazzo, who is a brand new member of the Schenectady City Council. Leesa, welcome to Impact.
Thank you, Karen. I love Nick, but I'm kind of happy to have you interviewing me. This is nice.
You're a good egg. So, Leesa, tell us a little bit about why you decided you wanted to run for the City Council.
Sure. I think the most important reason is that I love Schenectady and love my community. And I know that's a common answer, but really anyone who knows me knows it's sincere. When I bought my house in Schenectady 4 years ago, I made a commitment to myself that I would become as involved in my community as I possibly could be. So I started going to City Council committee meetings. I've been doing that for about 3.5 years, well, almost 4 years now, and going to neighborhood meetings and trying to just get involved in volunteer activities. I sit on several boards, all of which are in Schenectady, and I just think it's important. And I wanted to have a direct impact on the city that I love, and I use the word impact. There you go. See, it's appropriate.
So now you've been there, and you've been to a couple formal meetings. Tell me your first impressions.
Well, I'll tell you, as many meetings as I've seen over 3.5 years, the first time I had to open my committee, it was very intimidating because after hearing that process happen for a number of years, the words just didn't want to come out of my mouth. And there are, believe it or not, rules and regulations as to the way we run our meetings, and everyone needs to be recognized, so there's a lot to keep in mind. And we've really hit the ground running. There's been some controversial issues that we're dealing with right out of the gate that have brought me to a very quick learning speed. But it's good. It's I like being able to communicate to people. I like that people are engaging me, and I'm able to turn it around and bring it to the attention of the council. And so far, so good.
So what committees are you on?
I am the chair of government operations, and I'm also on public safety and going blank on the third one.
I remember some presidential nominee that did that.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it happens.
It'll come back to you.
Yes, yes.
Well, tell me, looking at the long term, what are some of the things you'd really like to accomplish in your first term on the council?
Sure. A major focus and something that what I talked about throughout my campaign was the importance of a land bank for Schenectady. And the city is working hard to come up with a competitive application. As we all know, the state originally set up, allowed for 10 land banks, and they've since decided to pilot 5. So it's a very competitive process. So we're looking at doing something regionally because, Karen, we all know Metroplex has had a wonderful, wonderful success in our downtown, but it's really time to focus on our neighborhoods. And as I was going door to door, might I say 6 to 7 days a week for 6 months. It was a common thread in the conversation of the residents of Schenectady. Everyone is concerned with the safety and also the condition of our neighborhoods. So
just in case people don't know, tell us what the land bank would seek to achieve.
Sure. The land bank cuts the bureaucratic red tape in acquiring a derelict property for the city down to like a third of what it is right now. Right now, it can take between 7 and 8 years to acquire a property once the taxes have not been paid on it, and it's, as stated, a derelict property. The land bank shortens that process to about a 2-year period. The money goes into a 501c3.
A charitable corporation.
Yes. Let me just back up one moment. The properties that still have value are sold. That money goes into the 501c3. Then that money can also be used to demolish houses that are beyond repair. And none of this comes out of the general fund or the budget. So it's kind of self-supporting.
So anything else beside the land bank you'd really like to see happen?
Lots of things. Of course, taxes are another issue, and I think that goes along with the land bank because really the best way we can lower our taxes is to increase our property tax base. So bring new business into the city and bring new homeowners into the city. totally support the mayor's program of having the police and fire and influential people, somebody from the school districts at open houses so people can ask questions about the community. But Karen, I think one of the things that is most important to me, and honestly, through our many conversations, you instilled in me that being a public servant is really at the core of this position. So that to me entails listening, having a lot of conversations, being present and listening. So that is my main focus for the first year, is to be as many places as I can with as many engaged citizens as I can and listening to what's important to them.
So if a member of the public wanted to get in touch with you, how could they do that?
Oh, lots of ways. If you go to the city website and go to city council, both my cell phone number and my government email address is there. I'm also on Facebook, and you can look my page up at Leesa Parazzo for Schenectady City Council. So find me on Facebook, but any way you can find.
Yeah, I think this idea of how the public interfaces with the government needs a new look in this time with all the electronic communication. So I'm delighted to see that you're using some of those resources.
Yeah, I accept all invitations, and I'm happy to have a discussion with anyone at any time.
Okay, well, Leesa, it's going to be an exciting 4 years.
It is. I'll tell you, if it keeps going the way it is, it's going to be a quick 4 years. Because
how much time are you spending in a week on the council at this point?
Well, we have meetings every Monday, and then usually at least 3 of the other 4 nights I'm at some sort of a meeting related to being a public servant. So a neighborhood association tonight, I will be going to the NAACP meeting. On weekends, we saw each other at Carver, out to a fundraiser.
Eating a great chicken dinner, I might say.
I have to tell you, I went right for the fried chicken. I can bake chicken at home, but and I'd be lying if I said I didn't eat the skin first too. So, but I know. So, it's pretty much 7 days a week, and as many things as you can get to, and many things as you can fit in, and
Well, I think the public does appreciate having a chance to know you, and as they get to know you better, they'll learn more about you as a person. And of course, one of the things I love about you is that you love jazz.
I do.
And that you book jazz in some various places. Tell us about that interest.
Sure. I sit on A Place for Jazz, the board for A Place for Jazz, which is actually a nonprofit organization that brings national acts to the Unitarian Church on Wendell Avenue. We have 5 concerts in the fall, very reasonably priced at $15 a concert. I mean, really national, tons of Grammy winners that we've had there. I also book jazz at Aperitivo. And after working for Angelo for 25 years, Angelo Mazzone. So I still keep my hand in that. And, it's just, our area is so rich with talented musicians. It's almost overwhelming. I have probably 3 times the number of musicians interested in playing Aperitivo that I can actually fit there. And they do music three days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay, well, Leesa, it's been fun talking to you, and I'd like to thank our viewers for watching Impact, the government section this week, and I hope Nick Barber will be back soon to resume his duties as moderator. Great job, Leesa. I really enjoyed that, especially the part about the jazz.